The bluebells are coming, oh ho, oh ho. The bluebells are coming, oh ho. If you must sing, Percy, grumbled Douglas. Can't you sing in tune? Anyway, our song's about Campbell's, and mine's about bluebells. Then it's daft. Bluebells are flowers. Flowers can't come, they grow. My song isn't daft. Percy was indignant. It is then. I can fine about bluebells. We've a song called The Bluebells of Scotland. But, said Percy triumphantly, the bluebells of England are different. They're engines, and one of them's coming with his controller. Didn't you listen, he went on severely, to the fat controller telling us about it? I was away. Oh dear, I couldn't understand it all, but engines on the other railway aren't safe now. Their controllers are cruel. They don't like engines anymore. They put them on cold, damp sidings, and then... Percy nearly sobbed. They cut them up. You're right there, agreed Douglas. If I hadn't escaped, I'd have been cut up too. It's all because of yon diesels. They're all devils, he added fiercely. Fair play, Douglas, reminded Percy. Some are nice. Look at Rusty and Daisy. Maybe so, answered Douglas. I'd never trust one myself, but what I cannot understand is all your blether about bluebells. The bluebells are kind people who want to save engines. They've made a place in England called the Bluebell Railway. Engines can escape there and be safe. If they are old or ill, a fitter makes them well. They can have their own special colours, all the coal and water they need, and pull trains too. The fat controller says Stepney was the first engine to escape there, so he's asked him to visit us and bring his controller. Fancy fighting his way through all those diesels just to see us. Look, squeaked Percy, the station's crowded. Why have they all come? There's no train. But Percy was wrong. The signal dropped, and from far away an engine whistled. A gleam of yellow shone through the bridge girders. Here he comes, yelled Douglas. Poop, poop, peep, peep. The two engines whistled excitedly in welcome. Peep, peep, replied Stepney, as with passengers and people waving and cheering, he puffed proudly through the junction on the last stage of his long journey. That evening, Stepney's driver had exciting news. Guess what, Stepney? The fat controller has invited us to visit the other engines on his railway. Manager agreed. It'll be a really long run to get there. Oh, thank you, sighed Stepney. They set off next morning. Thomas was feeling a little jealous. It may be famous, but my branch is first on the line. Everyone knows that, too. And he huffed away to fetch his coaches. Look, squeaked Percy. Stepney puffed proudly through the junction. All the engines were pleased to see him. I hope you'll meet Thomas too, said Edward. You both have branch lines to be proud of. Then Stepney set off to help Duck shunt coaches in the yards, and they worked happily together all afternoon. Next morning, Thomas was still fuming. Shunted, and on my own branch too. It's a disgrace. I'm sorry, said Stepney. I was a special. Why? An important passenger arrived just as you left. He ordered a special train and Duck let me take it. We had a splendid run, but, finished Thomas kindly, it can make an engine nervous not to know the line. Exactly, said Stepney. You're such an expert. This made Thomas feel much better. He couldn't be cross anymore and instead began telling Stepney all about his branch line.